Here comes the field off of turn number 4, and the green flag is up.
Inside Jeff Bodine's car. And on top of Dale Jarrett's automobile.
Dale stayed on that outside groove for a couple of laps, picked up about 4 or 5 positions by doing that, but now he has chosen to get down on the inside, which is usually the preferred groove here at Martinsville. Rick Mast there in the Skoal Classic Oldsmobile.
We see something on the front of the camera, like some fluid out of someone's car. Maybe someone overheated, throwing a little bit of water out.
Wonder if there could be condensations, fellas. It's a relatively cool day here, and I don't know, maybe a difference in the air temperature up there and inside the thing.
That's the battle for 7th position there between Dale Earnhardt and Morgan Shepherd. Shepherd to the outside in car 15, and Earnhardt is on the inside in car 3 as Rusty Wallace watches from behind. Show you the field summary here as we've completed 58 laps. Try to keep you as up to date as possible here this afternoon so you can tell where your favorite driver is running. You can see that Earnhardt is in 6th position. Bill Elliott back in 11th. Jimmy Hensley's driving the number 2014 3 car here this afternoon. Davey Allison was so quick before we had that caution period as he has moved up to 17th position.
And Davey Allison is one of those cars pitted on the back stretch, so the best he could come out of the pits would be 17th. So he hasn't made too many moves since the green flag. There's a race for 2nd place. Rusty Wallace looks awfully strong. You know, here in the spring, that number 2 Miller Genuine Draft car was really fast. Remember, he made the pit stop, and here's some trouble.
Off of turn 4, Chad Little has spun Bill Elliott down on the inside as well. Elliott will try to get his car right and hit it back, or both of them will, to stay in the lead lap. Elliott does get his going. Chad Little with some damage to the left front of his car gets going. They'll both stay in the lead lap.
Like
and Walter trying to get his lap back, and he does.
Oh, just barely. Oh,
smart move by Darrell Walter. Some heads-up driving, plus Benny, as you pointed out many times, that spotter told him what to do, where the trouble was, and told him to get on it.
Rusty Wallace continues to lead the Goodies 500 here at Martinsville Speedway in Virginia. Right behind him is Harry Gant in the number 33 Skoal Bandit.
And there's some real mind games going on right now. Harry Gant is running Rusty as hard as he possibly can. He's trying to make Rusty run harder than Rusty wants to. So he'll use the brakes up, do something to make the car go away at the end of the race. Harry Gant, right, he really don't want to buy Rusty Wallace, but he wants to aggravate him to death.
Well, how do you deal with this tight half-mile racetrack here at Martinsville? We asked Rusty Wallace, with all the emphasis on the brakes.
I haven't had brake problems here because I'm aware of it. And I know if I run it as hard as I possibly can every single lap that I will have brake problems, because I've had it in the past and I learned from the mistakes. But I take it real easy here just to make sure that they're all there. So when it gets right down to the end, you need to race. You got what you got to race with.
Well, Harry is making sure that Rusty is not taking it easy right now. And another thing about this win streak that Harry has been on, it is obvious that he has been very patient in his 3 wins. At Dover, he didn't take the lead until lap 171. At Richmond, he didn't take the lead until lap 219. And at Darlington, the first time he led was lap 151. So he has been patient, making sure the car is there for the last part of the race. And now Harry Gant does go for the lead as he comes down to complete lap number 196. And look at this crowd.
They are going nuts as the old guy, well, I shouldn't say that, but the old guy has taken the lead at Martinsville.
Harry Gant from Taylorsville, North Carolina is in front of a Winston Cup race again. Now we have a lot of pit activity here on the front stretch. And Jerry Punch is in Harry Gant's pit.
Well, Charlie Presley, Andy Petrie, and the rest of the Skull crew have already changed right side tires. Rusty, on the bottom of your screen, you see the Miller crew working on the Miller genuine draft car. They changed left side tires on Rusty. Left side tires are already on here again. Rusty still in the air as Gant now moves down pit road at 35 miles an hour. Rusty is down and away. Good pit work here by the Skull crew.
Harry Gant is going for 4 wins in a row. The last driver to do that in Winston Cup competition was Dale Earnhardt in 1987 as he won at Darlington, North Wilkesboro, Bristol, and Martinsville. And the number 7 car of Alan Kulwicki remains on pit road.
That's a tough break for him.
Big trouble. Crash over in turn 2, just out of turn 2. Jimmy Spencer and Joe Ruttman are the cars involved. A lot of damage on the Ruttman car.
Some heavy damage to Joe Ruttman's car. Spencer, meanwhile, gets his car going again and drives off, but Ruttman's car, there's Spencer as he moves away in the Banquet Frozen Food Chevrolet.
Here's a replay.
Ruttman and the 98 car running side by side. They get together. Jimmy spins. Now Joe spins, and they meet again as they come off the second corner. Rusty takes a look. Rusty looks.
And they touch.
Gant gets hit hard in the front end by
Morgan Shepard. Rusty, he spins. Now Ricky Rudd beats Earnhardt back to the line.
And Rudd finally gets his lap back that he's been trying to do almost all.
Fellas, there's a lot of cars. Morgan Shepard has problems. I think that might have been smoke from Dale Earnhardt's car with Henry Rudd rubbing together. Morgan Shepard got banged into something up there. And Hut Strickland got banged again. Of course, we saw Derek Cope involved, so a lot of cars involved here.
Here it is as Rusty moved to the inside of Harry Gant.
Just some slight contact. And here goes Derek Cope on the inside as Earnhardt runs in the back of Rusty. Now, Derek Cope hits Rusty. Here the 5 car is going on the inside. Now, here they come back to the line. Rudd trying to beat Earnhardt back to get that lap back, and they will make contact just as they get to the line. Watch that.
Yeah, there was some smoke, that tire smoke, as they rubbed together. There's Hut Strickland's car, 3rd in line. He has some more damage to the Ray Bestis Buick. Let's go to the pits and Jerry Punch.
Well, the crew has a lot of work to do as you see the front of what's left of the front of Harry Gant's Skull Oldsmobile. They're trying to peel some of the sheet metal away to get a look at the chassis parts. And if it's mostly cosmetic, that's not a problem because, as you saw before, Harry has won here at Martinsville with a pretty torn-up race car. They pull the sheet metal away. They'll send him back out to keep him losing a lap. He'll come back in here momentarily for him to use the air chisel to pull some more away and get a look at that right front.
Well, you know, we showed you a replay of his win back in 1982, and the car was all banged up. And it's looking about the same way right now.
Looks like that right front tire is going south and the car is going north. I mean, there's some pretty heavy damage to that car. So Harry Gant will not win his 4th in a row, I'm sad to say.
I mean, Ernie Irvin has taken the lead in this race. And with Ricky Rudd now back in the lead lap, Bob, there are 13 cars on the lead lap once again.
Here's the green flag. We're back underway. Mark Martin is 2nd, followed by Terry Labonte, Kyle Petty, and Jimmy Hensley.
Once again, Mark Martin turned right across the front of Darrell Waltrip's car and with no contact was made.
Here is the battle for 9th position. Harry Gant to the inside of Ken Schrader. Harry goes to 9th position. Don't count him out.
I do believe I might have wrote this fellow off just a little bit too soon. Jerry Punch, what do you think?
You got to remember, Benny, the line is life begins at 51. Harry Gant, of course, doesn't give up very easily. The crew just told me a minute ago that he is within a few hundredths of a second of what he was running a little bit ago before the accident. Obviously, the sheet metal has hurt him and some of the bent front end has hurt him, but he is coming in a hurry. He may run out of laps, but he's not going to quit.
He sure is, and as a matter of fact, when he passed Schrader there, he moved into 8th position. At him go inside of Dale Earnhardt.
And the fans love it.
Oh, do they? Harry's coming, no doubt about it. That puts him in 6th position. Gant is 6th. And Harry Gant, we'll see if Harry can get this spot. Yep, he does. He's 5th now. Now here is the lap times comparing Irvin and Gant. And Gant is faster.
He is faster. We can see he's gained almost 1 second in 5 laps. Irvin running some good speeds, but not quite as fast as Harry Gant.
Here is the battle now for 3rd position. Harry Gant right behind Terry Labonte. The leader is Ernie Irvin. 2nd place is Brett Bodine. Let's see if Ernie can take 3rd.
You mean Harry?
Harry.
Yep, he's got him. Yep. He has got him. Wow, this is unbelievable. I crossed Harry Gant off. I said he's not going to win 4 in a row. I don't know. He just might still do it.
Yeah, he has time. He definitely has time. I think he now is gaining on Ernie Irvin, and I know Brett Bodine is gaining on Ernie Irvin.
This is unbelievable.
And there are 65 laps to go, so yeah, he does have the time.
Yeah, he's only 2.5 seconds behind Irvin, and Brett Bodine is only about 3 car lengths behind Irvin.
And I mean, the fans, I mean, they are absolutely on their feet watching every inch that Harry Gant goes around the racetrack, as I am. This is exciting.
That car speed up pretty bad in the front end, but aerodynamics or not, Harry Gant is marching toward the front.
Richard Petty direct in front of Harry Gant. He's several laps down. He hit the wall down in turn 1 earlier. Knocked the oil cooler off the car. They had to replace that.
Richard easily going down the backstretch.
Richard moves over and doesn't hold Harry up one bit.
Richard has a press conference scheduled for October 1st. A lot of speculation as to what might be announced at that news conference. Winston Cup scene speculates that 92 will be Richard's last. Now Brett Bodine is within 3-4 car lengths of Irvin.
Yeah, he is definitely moving in on him.
And Harry Gant is moving in on both of them.
Brett Bodine is going to try Ernie Irvin on the outside for the lead. Bodine will get the lead going down the backstretch. Let's see what happens in turn 3.
Look at Harry Gant. Look at this.
Bodine has a lead. Let's see if Harry can get 2nd.
Yeah, he's going to move up on the outside. Irvin just gives him the running room up there they need. His tires have gone away. I think he realizes that they're faster, so he says, I'll just have to let him go. I can't race with him right now.
What a story we are seeing develop here this afternoon in Martinsville.
These poor people paid $50, $40 for a seat. Sit down, people. Oh, man.
Harry Gant is 2nd after a crash in turn number 3 that severely damaged the front end of the race car.
Right now, he's about a half a lap ahead of Rusty Wallace, who he had that crash with. So, obviously, they got his car worked out much better than Rusty got his worked out.
Here's Ricky Rudd and Morgan Shepherd as they battle for position.
Yeah, they've changed that position several times. But right now, Rudd keeping the inside. I wonder if he's off the pace a little bit because he had passed Morgan not too long ago. Now he lets Morgan go by on the outside.
Morgan moves into 8th and Rudd back to 9th.
Meanwhile, Dale Earnhardt is currently 7th, so just looking here, Harry Gant is on the inside.
With ease, he just shoots by that Quaker State Buick and goes into the lead. Harry Gant is in front again, friends.
So here comes Brett back. He's trying on the inside. Yes.
Oh, Harry is sideways again. He's going to lose the front position, but only 1 spot. Boy, Harry's getting knocked around out there and still fights back.
And the Skoll crew, the critical pit stop for them. They will have to beat the Quaker State crew here if they can. Love Guts are already off the left side for the Gant car. 26 on the bottom of your screen. He comes to a stop in the crew now. Clyde Booth and the rest of the Bernstein crew going to work on that machine. Now, they're all the way down toward turn 1. Harry Gant's crew has already changed right side tires and putting left side tires on. Now, left side of 26 Gant is off the jack. He is headed down pit road. The jack just going up on the left side of the Brett Bodine car. So Gant will once again beat him back to turn 1. Great pit work, guys.
Next time by, it'll be 6 laps to go for Harry Gant. 494 completed. Dale Earnhardt runs in 3rd position right now. But as you can see, in the spring of 1987, he was the last driver to win 4 in a row, as Harry Gant is doing here today.
And the way that Harry Gant did it today was one of the most exciting things, stock car races I've seen in a long, long time. It's not exciting to see him 15 car lengths in front of that 26 car, but I'm telling you, starting last and going through the field, I started to say like Grant took Richmond, but that's not a very good one. Amazing.
You got to really take your hat off to this guy, because we have seen other older athletes do well in other sports, but he is just amazing. Ken Schrader seems to be holding up Rusty Wallace and Rudd and Hensley. But Rusty cannot find the opportunity. He's going to try to the outside now in turn 1.
Drives up, but he can't get back on the gas like he needs to as they come off that second corner.
And Schrader has plenty of power down the straightaway. Here's Ricky Rudd trying to go on the inside of Rusty as he's out there on the outside of Schrader. What are they batting for, 7th position?
Rusty won't give it up. Ooh, they collide going into turn 1.
And there's Jimmy Hensley right in there. He's just looking for a place to go. He might be the fastest of all of them, but they just won't give him any running room.
Now Rusty has 7th. Rudd has 8th. Schrader holding on to 9th, but Hensley wanting it. And next time around, Harry will get the white flag. 1 more lap to go. Boy, the crowd is just waiting to explode. They're already shaking their fists and waving. Here's Gant with the white flag. 1 more lap to go for 51-year-old Harry Gant and his 4th consecutive Winston Cup win. We have seen history made here this afternoon, and what Harry has done. He puts the car into turn number 3. He now sees the checkered flag from Doyle Ford. Here it is. Gant wins the Goodies 500. Here's Jerry Punch.
We're waiting for Harry Gant, and they're celebrating in the grass. And let's check in the Gant pit where they're also celebrating where John Kernan's standing. John?
I tell you, Jerry, they picked up Andy Petrie, the crew chief, and just spun him around. Looked like an airplane right there. Well-deserved. You guys just a heck of a comeback after that wreck with him.
Man, I don't know what to say. I'm just speechless right now. I tell you, I can't say enough about the job Harry did out there today. And the guys, the crew, what a job they did getting that car back. Man, I'm speechless. What about that, Harry Gant?
That's about all you can say, guys. Life truly does begin at 51. High fives all the way around down here in the pits.
4th consecutive win, 16th Winston Cup career win. And Harry Gant has won 5 races in 1991. Well, you're going to hear quite a bit of applause when this young man gets out of his car here in just a moment, because the fans are going to go crazy. Here's Jerry Punch in victory lane.
And a big smile from Harry Gant, Handsome Harry, they call him. Indeed, it fits. And Harry, after a nice cold drink, congratulations on a tremendous, unbelievable run.
Yeah, thank you. The car was just super all day. We could run longer on the tires, it seemed like, than anybody else. And unfortunate there, Rusty got a little over anxious car. I was just tooling around there, and I thought he was too, and I didn't think he was going to try to run by me, like that. So them Bretts, we got together, but the old car came in there, passed them all back.
Did you think you could come back and win it after having the accident and all the damage on the front of the car? You had to start dead last.
Well, I really didn't know to start with until I got to 5th. When I got to 5th, I knew I could then, because all I had to do is keep in mind not to wear the tires out. Just take my time, When I started backing off, I started catching them real easy then. And, we had perfect tires. We were set to go all the way there at the end. We didn't need the last caution.
Harry, 4 in a row and 5 to go. Can you do it?
I don't know. We just keep trying to finish and do the best we can do. And the crew done a super job getting us out of the pits today. And, the car just worked super. We hadn't changed a thing since we got here. And this same car, same engine. So maybe we can do it again at Wilkesboro next week.
And you'll see it right here on ESPN as 51-year-old Harry Gant climbs out of the car, and the fans are surrounding him here, watching what we believe to be one of the unbelievable finishes here at Martinsville Speedway history.